Let's stand for the prayer and pledge.
Together.
Lord, we thank you for this day. I'd ask that you bless us and give us wisdom and guide us today. I'd ask you to be with our police and fire protection out there, our dispatchers out there, Lord, give them wisdom and guidance, Lord. Thank you for a wonderful 18 years and continue to bless the Hancock County Commission. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I call this regularly scheduled meeting of the Hancock County Commission this Thursday, December 18th, 2014. Citizens presentation. Christine Smith, Administrative Coordinator, Northern Panhandle Workforce Investment Board, providing an update on Workforce West Virginia.
I was told I can take the whole meeting, so
You could.
You got every minute of 3 minutes.
I can do it. The most recent thing we have going right now is Bridging the Gap. It's a $25 million grant called Bridging the Gap. It's from the Trade Adjustment Community College and Career Training Grant Funding. It's for the entire state of West Virginia and all 7 workforce investment boards. The Workforce Investment Board is receiving $63,360 in grant money. It started October 1st, 2014, and will end on September 30th, 2016. It's still too early for me to have any numbers to report. Our local partner in this is West Virginia Northern Community College, and they will be offering 1-year certificates and 2-year associate degree programs to WIA-eligible adult residents in our region. And they're tapping into the gas and oil. So it's going to be petroleum technology, advanced manufacturing called mechatronics, and information technology, IT. I spoke with Carrie Mulhern. If they're not WIA eligible and they're not able to self-pay, the college also has scholarships. So if you know of anybody interested, they can check out at the college or one of our workforce career centers. The next paper is the West Virginia PASS program. It's something that our local workforce board participated in as a pilot program this year. This was started by the First Lady, Gail Manchin, and is sponsored by the Department of Education and Arts. Each one of us took a school in the lower counties, and they basically taught them financial aid, how to apply for college, how to apply for the financial aid. Parents came together. It was impressive for me to see how many both sets of parents came with the kids. So they were impressed with it, and they want to do it next year and maybe broaden it into all 6 counties. After that, you'll see our youth program report. And right now, our youth program, we have 117 out of the 140 that they need to get registered. And they have until the end of December unless they ask for an extension. We have 5 number of youth, older youth, 19 to 21, for the ITA program. So far, 2 are participating. And almost the last page, is the individual training account activity for adult dislocated worker and the youth. So far, we have 112. We do not have a waiting list, so anyone interested in short-term, long-term, have them go into the Career Center, see if they're eligible, and they should be able to start within a few weeks. And the very last page, I'm not sure if I've ever brought this in. This actually shows where we are in the state as far as our reporting. We are and have been meeting and or exceeding our negotiated levels with the state. In this first column, it shows Region 5, 65, our actual 77, so we are not in the negative, and for the 7 years I've been there, we've met and or exceeded all the goals. Any questions? Under 3 minutes?
Christine, thank you. I've served on the board for years. It's a great organization. And let me say this. I've been all over the state, been in workforce investment boards. I don't know if there's anybody who's better than Rosemary Guida. She knows this stuff backwards and forwards. She's absolutely the best. And we're very fortunate in the Northern Panhandle to have Rosemary Guida there.
And we couldn't do it without you guys.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
Thank you. New business. County Clerk. Requesting approval of funds from special projects to purchase a new surveillance equipment.
Yeah, the system we have now doesn't. Some days it does, some days it doesn't. I talked to Jed. He says maybe around $300 would be a new system. It would cover 2 more areas. We already have one in the back hall. We need one in the second hall. It wouldn't hurt to have one in the main office.
Let me ask Commissioner Schwartzman. $300 there. What do you think?
You know where I'm declining revenue stream, but I figured
Where's the red light? Where's the light?
it's on yellow. I just can't whether it's going up or down. That's what I can't figure out yet. Move to approve that request.
Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Office of Technology and Communication. Requesting approval of bid for the construction of a new emergency management 911 center. Mr. Vice.
We had Pollyanny Construction in today to discuss with them their bid. They were the low bidder the last time that we bid the project to begin the project at Crestview. I've talked to the architect, and they're ready to complete the papers, and all we need to do is get started, and Pollyanny would like a start date of January 1 if we are going to move forward with the project. It's a long time
more
coming.
than $300.
Yes, sir. And I could probably do better than that $300 on the first one if I have to. So.
Mr. Yu, after 5 years of a new 911 center, we're now ready to go, are we not?
We're close. And I think the completion date is about approximately 12 months from today. So hopefully by next New Year's, the 911 center will be up and running.
Yep.
We've had a lot of obstacles, have we not?
Oh,
It's been recommended that we move it to a fire station. We looked at a location in Newell, came back to the original site, rebid because we didn't think the cost was the right amount. But here we are, you're right. It's been a long time, but we always knew that we would get it done. It was just a matter of when and where. And
wrong interpretation of code.
right.
We thought we had to have like a moat around it with alligators in it and all this stuff. Yeah, it was some. So yeah, we get rid of the book. 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
1 point, if I may. Mr. Vitus, I know, was waiting on a signature from the architect. The only thing I would suggest is if you take your vote and if you're going to approve that, then you would approve it just subject to receiving the architect office's signature appropriately, and that way we just have our bases covered. It looks like a formality, but you never know. Okay.
Don't need another obstacle.
No, we don't.
Okay.
At the price we're paying, we should have the signatures on.
That's what I would think.
Mr. Jones, you're going to stay till that's completed at least, aren't you?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
1 year.
Miss Tracy?
I'll be there.
Okay. I'll accept a motion.
Move to approve the request for the construction of the new 911 emergency management center at Crestview Park, subject to approval signature of the architect.
Mr. Vitus, one question. Estimated cost?
Approximately $3.6 million.
Plus the equipment?
The equipment will run anywhere to $1.5 million more, depending on what we take out once you install the tower and everything else.
Okay. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the ayes have it. Thank you for support for animal rescue. In your packets there, Bob Vitus has signed a letter thanking all those who gave their time and talents to help out Dog Ward in November. There's a list of people in there. You know, Nicole's not here, is she? I mean, Bob, if you want to speak about the job that Nicole did.
For those of you, I'm sure everybody has seen it in the papers or heard about it. We did, for lack of a better term, serve papers on a resident of the county that was harboring 82 animals. We now have those animals cleaned. They've all been through some veterinary processes and veterinary care, and we have most of them in rescues or as I call it, witness protection for puppies. And we'd just like to thank the people that helped us do the cleaning. Actually, the veterinary people that actually have helped us with checking them out, making sure that they've gotten the proper veterinary care, with the Havanese Rescue, who has provided us with food and blankets, and since most of these dogs had to be groomed down almost to their skin, sweaters for the dogs and everything else. I also like to thank the sheriff's deputies that helped classify and categorize the dogs as they were taken, so that we made sure that the counts were the same on both ends. I'd like to thank Nicole Busick for leading the effort. There's a list of people here: Bobby Hockenberry, Rachel Paris, a lot of these people that spent days literally helping us get this all organized. And there's a Havanese Rescue that we'd like to thank, and a Jennifer Clevenger. These ladies are fans of the breed, so to speak, and are spreading the word of what has gone on, and actually getting us donations for the care for these dogs, both in supplies and clothing, blankets, cleaning supplies, money. We did set up a fund. If you're interested, we can give you the fund name. If you write a check to Hancock County, you can put that in so that we can track and make sure that the money that we're getting is actually going to where it's supposed to be. It's an ongoing case. Mr. Lucas, I don't know if you want to say anything else there.
I'll leave that up to Mr. Davis and Mr. Wood.
There's, like I said, there's a list here. I'm just going to quickly read it. Bobby Hockenberry, Rachel Paris, Leanne Izzo, Mel Beard, our county dog wardens, the Davis Brothers Pharmacy, Casey Robinson, who's a Jefferson County Humane Officer, the Havanese Rescue, and Donna Rotoloni, Kathy Beagle, Amy McCreel and her rescue, the Sheriff's deputies, the Jefferson County Animal Shelter, and Jennifer Clevenger. Those are the biggest donators so far.
Jeff, Mike,
Thank you, Bob.
thank you very much. A gentleman not on our agenda, but an emergency, and I'm going to ask if you want to look at this now. The New Cumberland Library has been shut down for close to a week. They had a terrible gas accident down there, and it's not running. And the price is going to bust their budget wide open. And they've asked for $2,800 to help them fix that up. We can put it on the agenda now. We can wait for a letter there, or whatever you would like to do.
They contacted you?
Yes, they contacted me, yes.
Gas line's interior.
They had to dig out throughout the sidewalk and
It
everywhere.
belongs
And then
to
when they
them.
got in there, the furnace was under code. They had to go back and make changes in the furnace. And it's busted their bank account. They've been shut down for 7 days, 8 days, whatever. They've asked for $2,800.
Yeah, I have no problem with that, especially with the Christmas holidays coming up. The kids won't be in school. A good place for them to go is the library. So, with that said, I move to approve the request from the Swing Library for an amount of not to exceed $20.
And Karen will find the money.
Yeah,
We have a motion on the board. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Ms. Karen, anything to bring today? Mr. Lucas.
Thank you, Mr. Greathouse, for all your service.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, and good to have you on board. I think you're doing a great job.
Thank you, sir.
Sheriff.
Just to tell you that I've really appreciated your counsel over the last 2 years. I enjoyed serving with you, and most assuredly I enjoyed the fact that you, out of the three, always back me.
Always one vote.
Out of the three, I always can count on you.
Would you please allow your deputies to know that if they ever decide to pick you up, okay? You got one of those cards? You go to jail for your dog. Thank you, Sheriff. You're doing a great job also. Mr. Alonzi, anything today?
Geez, I don't know, it was like 14 years with that.
That's it.
Probably the best thing I can tell you, Dan, is anybody asks me, I tell them all the time it's the best job I ever had. And I think it's because I get a chance to work with guys like you.
Been good. Thank you.
I really want to sincerely wish you the best.
Thank you.
And I'll see you in the neighborhood when I'm on my dog.
Get that dog out there. Carol?
One of our clubs is doing a new fundraiser, hashtag #Heart4H. So we have our new club is having their fundraiser tonight up at Roma's Pizza. So I wanted to order this today for them. Tonight, anything that Roma sells, 10% is going to go to the new Foxes 4-H Club in Chester. I almost said Chester Foxes. So they're going to be there tonight, and they're very excited about having their meeting there and everything. So I'm looking forward to that. Wanted to wish all the commissioners a Merry Christmas. And Danny, really wanted to thank you for all of your support and all of your help and encouragement with our programs and everything you've done in the county. And the good news is I know I'll still see you down at the CVB and those events. So I really do appreciate everything that you all have done for us.
Thank you.
And Danny, we wish you the best.
Thank you. Anybody else back that way? Mr. Kearns, anything to bring before the county commission today?
Nothing new this week. Thank you.
Merry Christmas to you and all the Mountain family. Brenda?
As everyone else has said, Danny, it's been a pleasure working with
Thank you.
you. You've always been extremely helpful to
Thank
me
you.
at any time. I really appreciate your efforts. I do have one note of kind of an exciting thing from my office. We accepted our first credit card payment today. So my office will be accepting credit card payments for filing of lawsuits, court cost payments, and we are hoping that by doing this we will be able to collect court costs on criminal cases. Sometimes people will come in and say, gee, if you took a credit card, I can go ahead and pay this off. So we're going to try to help them out with that. So this is a new thing for my office, and so it's kind of exciting. And Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you.
Mr. Vitus.
I'd just like to say Merry Christmas and also thank you for your years of service. I've only been here for a year and a half of it, but I'm sure you did a great job in all 18 years, and just wanted to remind you about Section 4.
I'll get back to that. Okay. I forgot about that. Mr. Foley.
Danny, I just want to wish you the best. I've known you for a long time, and I know everything's going to be fine.
Thank you.
Thank you for my grant. I heard that wait till the last time making you do that for me.
He never said no.
Approval of exoneration orders, which I forgot.
There was only one.
Move to approve.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the ayes have it. General county bills.
General county is $53,638.08. P-card payments for all funds is $57,690.10.
Move to approve.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the ayes have it. Fire allocation bills and requisitions.
They're okay to pay.
Move to approve.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the ayes have it. Library levy fund bills and requisitions.
They're okay as well.
Move to approve.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the ayes have it. Minutes for June and November 2014.
June through November. Move to approve.
June through November. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Dare I?
Back up to shelter work.
Shelter workshop.
Well, I really missed them. I'm trying to get out of here. I cry every night. Approval of children workshop bills and requisitions.
I hope not.
They're okay to pay.
Move to approve.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Dare I ask you,
I
Christopher
get to talk
Schwartzmiller,
now.
if you want
I thought
anything?
you were like leaving us out.
I was going to.
Where do we start? I have notes. First of all, I'd like to two articles in the paper this week. Mr. Eubank, you did a nice job on those. One was on with Sue Smith and Wayne Neely retiring. It was kind of funny at the end, and I work with both of our colleagues, And it was kind of funny at the end. Sue had a quote in there, and I had to paraphrase. It had just something to do with getting her Saturdays back in her life or something of that nature. And a lot of people understand that, but a lot of people don't understand that. And that's the segue into 18 years of service in the Hancock County Commission. We're not talking Saturdays, we're talking evenings, and phone calls and texts and going to Kroger's or Sparkle and talking about someone's sewer project for a half an hour. So it's sort of a part-time job that's not part-time, if that makes sense. I do want to bring up one thing about the articles, Steve, is a little bit shoddy journalism on your part on the ages of... you got him wrong. You think he's younger than me? That's what you look like. So just you can maybe correct that.
I'm only as good as my sources.
Really?
Thank you, Mr. Davis.
Counselor, punitive damages in order? Maybe?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
432 meetings, official meetings. I think you only missed the one.
I was in Charleston to pick up
And you
a
called
grant.
in on the phone.
Called in on the phone, yeah.
And we didn't accept that as
You didn't.
perfect attendance. So.
Yeah, I didn't get a pin for that.
431 meetings he attended over the years. And of course, that 400 equates to just thousands of little interactions between the public. It's going to be a little healthier for Jeff and I. Actually, now we won't get pushed out of the road, and we'll get to stand in front of a picture after all these years. Worked together 10 years, and we worked well together. And we all had we all bring a different flavor, and people have told us that over the years. Mine is more CFO financial. And Danny's was more democratic. Let's serve the people, as many people as we can. And I applaud you for that.
Oh, thank you.
We really do. We all have a role. And poor Mr. Davis was always like the peacemaker of the two of us. Because when the door was shut, no one else in here, we would yell at him, and I would yell at each other. So Jeff was always trying to make peace and to come up with a compromise. But at the end of the day, we're always buddies.
Absolutely.
And we always will be. Speaking of which, personal note, it's ironic that I met Dan Greathouse 1963, about 200 feet from where we're sitting now, over at the school, 7th grade. I remember going home that day, and my mom said, "Did you run today?" I said, "Yeah, this one little guy called Cuppy come right up to me several times during the day and introduced himself." So, countless parades. We talked about that. We got to clean some things up though while we're here on that. You missed 2 parades that Mr. Davis and I. This is the latest one from last week in Cumberland. And this was the parade you missed back in 2006. And Jeff and I was together. So the only 2 parades you missed without us, we won the trophy. I don't know if there's any relationship to that. I just wanted to bring that up.
Okay. All right.
We might have to go trophy casing now. I'm not seeing.
But you were second.
We were second. You're right. No gold watch today. I hate to tell you, buddy. It's always a bad investment. You know the markup on that's crazy. Like popcorn, it's too hot. But I do have a parting gift. And it's falling apart.
Only the best.
And it's our county commission. This is on the side of our vehicles and all those years.
I like that.
And the commission office and the elected officials signed that.
I like that. Thank you very much. Yes. That I like. That's great. Thank you. Thank you very much. I really like that.
And you will be missed. as a commissioner, but more so as a good friend.
Thank you, buddy. That's it? No money?
We just spent $5 million today.
You've never
My
bought a
blood
lunch.
pressure is high as it anyway.
10 years, you've never bought a lunch. All right.
Jeff?
Well, Mike, what do you think? See all these people here today.
Yeah.
You know they're here for one reason: to make sure he is leaving. It's I'd just like to reflect on a few things myself, and as well as I'm reflecting on them, Danny, I'd like for you just to seriously think about these accomplishments that I'm about to mention. Where do we even begin? But the other day I thought about this over and over, and I'm thinking, wow, this list is quite long, and you don't think about it unless you really have to. And I thought I need to just refresh his memory of all the accomplishments and the parts that you've taken place in over the years. It begins here with this photo. All right, this was shortly after I came here, and we had John Sereni with us. Now John never changed. John had gray hair, and he was kind of balding, and John never did change over the years. He always kept his youth, as we can say. And myself, I had a lot of dark hair then, 14 years ago. And Danny, this picture of you, this is when you didn't dye your hair. All right? Share that with everybody. He has changed a little bit. But no, the years as a commissioner, with Commissioner Greathouse, the participation. I saw the ladies from Newell walk in today, and I thought they're on my list if they only knew. Over the years, the thousands of people that you've had some indirect impact with, and we'll start with concerts, the 4th of July, and these are contributions and so on that you've made to the Chester 4th of July weekend. Laurel Park, the concerts that you ladies have put on there, New Cumberland Fall Fest, Weirton Renaissance, the Event Center. These are just concerts that we've talked about. And so many people have come to, and you really played a direct part in that. And these residents just not are from Hancock County. These are residents from PA and Ohio that's come. So it's been great, just a little part of something you've done. I want to talk about the water and sewer projects. Everybody talks about water and sewer, but we've done so many of them. Shortly after I was here, Commissioner Greathouse called one day and he said, we have a great opportunity for a company to come in up by Ergon. And it was a garage door company. But we're going to have to act now through our Economic Development Office. We have to put $500,000 into this project to see it happen, to get water to the area. And we knew that it would also help maybe Ergon, DTC, which is a barge cleaning company, and anything else through that area. So he ran with the ball, and we got a project done there in no time at all that brought a company, improved the facilities of other companies, and to this day those folks are still there, and that area has grown. New Manchester, Frankfurt Road, Mayhew Road. Folks out there, their wells were going dry. We were getting phone calls. Commissioner Greathouse, I mean, he was the guy that would spend the money. Believe me, he'd always call us. Hey, can you help out with this? Can you help out with that? Took the ball, ran again with a water project to those citizens out there. The water PSDs themselves, Mr. Lucas, they've had problems over the years. Always been there to help with their infrastructure and so on. Sewer projects. I mean, we're talking millions of dollars worth of projects, not just all county dollars, a lot of it's state and federal money. New Cumberland Heights was a cesspool up there years ago. First project, they got that done. Then Johnsonville. Okay, you can I know you can reflect on these because these like they were yesterday, but Johnsonville, they had septic problems up in there. South end of Newell, Mountaineer Park, they had trucks that ran all the time, pumping 24/7 to keep the casino going. we had to get sewer in there. They ended up building a sewer plant on the property of Mountaineer. That helped out that facility, which in return has helped out the entire community. Route 8 sewer project, 700-800 customers out through there. You've helped out. Now, the last part of the sewer project, Route 30. Just want to refresh your memory, because I know that you don't think about these things, and neither do I on a daily basis, but I had to bring them to your attention. Other projects that you played a huge role in: Tomlinson Run Pavilion. Built a pavilion out there with the assistance of Mountaineer Park. That pavilion was built, and restroom facilities. The Oak Glen Field of Dreams you participated in. The recycling center, which was the old dog kennel out on Gas Valley, now that hundreds of people use on a yearly basis. Parks and recreation, the improvements that you made to Kennedy Marina. The development with the assistance of these ladies of Laurel Park.
Yeah, I did a great job there.
Huge job you guys did.
You guys did a great job.
Improvements to the animal shelter. My list could go on.
I always liked him.
Huh?
I always liked him.
He was your favorite.
He was my favorite commissioner.
But how about this one, Mike? Back in the day when we were all working for table games. This area needed table games. Danny Greathouse carried the banner day and night, lined up parties, carried around the comprehensive plan, right, of all that was going to happen. He's the guy that beat the drum all the time. And you were successful. A few other groups that you've helped over the years. You've helped the volunteer fire departments, the libraries, senior centers, Comfort House, CASA, 4-H, Never Alone. Again, just the list could go on. And these are just hundreds and hundreds of people. Projects that we've had here in the county. Tried to do some remodeling in the courtroom. The courthouse. Grants for the roof. HVAC. Front entrance. You were all for security. You wanted security at this place. You finally got it, right?
Yeah, we got it.
We got security. Our employees feel safer. New magistrate building, which is soon to be open. Worked very hard on a new Chrysler Dodge dealership that's going to take place in Newell.
That's a good one.
You know? Sidewalks in New Manchester and Newell years ago. The demo of TS&T.
That's a big one.
Okay? And the Weirton Event Center. Again, this list goes on. All I can say is when you leave today, you should have your head held high. You've been a great commissioner. And we had the opportunity to have break a little bread last night with Danny and his family. And obviously, by the turnout, you got a great family because you've been a good dad. You can tell by your kids. But that's it. Wish you the best.
Thank you. I thought I gave you one more page.
I shared that one. Oh, you know what? Last night when you left there, you forgot something. Yeah,
I got a cookie. No,
Commissioner Schwartzmeller. You forgot these. These are from Schwartz.
Oh, no kidding.
We know that you like wine.
Thank that.
These were etched by Emery Engraving.
Oh, thank you.
So there's 4 wine glasses.
I'll use them.
Those are expensive now.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
No.
Thank you very much.
That's not Walmart material.
Thank you very much. I would tell you that it's been a pleasure being here. I thank all the courthouse employees and for the great work they did. Like I said at the courthouse, we come here every other week and have a meeting. You guys work every day. You do a great job. The police, all of them. No matter, you name it in this courthouse, they do a great job. People get a little ticked off sometimes. There's not a lot of parking. And they're a little tense when they get here because they have to pay taxes, but they do a great job in this courthouse. And all those groups out there, thank you. To the citizens of Hancock County, thank you. 18 years, it was a great ride, great fun, great experience, and I appreciate the citizens of Hancock County. God bless Hancock County. We're adjourned till January 8th. Thank you.
Okay.